Hello everyone, I'm Charlie Tolhurst and welcome to a brand new motorsport series on my YouTube channel reviewing all the latest motorsport news. This is going to become a new part of my YouTube channel where we're going to be talking about all things motorsport. Welcome everyone to the Motorsport Roundup. This is going to be a brand new series talking about all the different motorsport news across the past week and also in general the news and stories as they come in. The biggest news stories from the past week in motorsport, on and off the track. Let's get on with it. And we're going to be talking in the first part about the Formula 1 action in Bahrain. It was the first round of the FIA Formula 1 World Championship on Saturday. Due to Ramadan, the first two races will run on a Saturday in respect with them guidances there. And it was a very interesting weekend for Red Bull Racing, who took the first win and a 1-2 finish in Bahrain. Max Verstappen, utterly dominant in the RB20. That car was really fast in the race. Domination for Red Bull. And yes, won the race by some 20 seconds. 22 seconds from Sergio Perez, who finished second after starting fifth on the grid. Carlos Sainz put pressure on Perez towards the end, only finishing around 2.7 seconds behind in third. Charles Leclerc finished fourth after complaining the race of brake issues and locking up quite a lot of times on the track. Also, George Russell had a similar problems as he finished fifth after starting third on the grid in the Mercedes. Lando Norris finished sixth for McLaren. Lewis Hamilton sandwiched both McLarens, finishing seventh, having a very lonely race in the Mercedes there. Oscar Piastri finishing eighth. McLaren getting 12 points, much better than their 2023 showing, where the team were very woeful. And they got some points, and then the two Aston Martins, Fernando Alonso ninth and Lance Stroll completing the points. In terms of the race, well, there's not really much to say. It was just a bog standard F1 race, really, but there wasn't really that much drama in it. Some people said that they fell asleep during the race. I certainly stayed awake throughout the whole thing. The real only highlight of the race was the first lap where Nico Hülkenberg, who had a very good qualifying in the Haas, actually 10th place, unfortunately bageled his first lap by collecting Lance Stroll on the first lap, who did well to recover to the points actually. But yeah, Hülkenberg really gave us the biggest flop. He was the only driver to make a mistake on the track. Other than that, there were zero retirements in the first race for the first time in God knows how long. So yeah, but Nico Hülkenberg certainly got in the wars at turn one. But other than that, obviously Red Bull, Verstappen just keeping his head cool. I mean, there were reports in practice that Red Bull might not be the quickest, but as soon as that race pace went on, the RB20 was absolutely dominant. So yeah, Red Bull very satisfied with that result, and I'm sure they've got a 1-2. Obviously, there's been a lot of news around Christian Horner at the moment. He's been caught up in a scandal regarding apparently alleged WhatsApp messages that were sent. There were alleged messages apparently sent to about another female colleague. There was Horner's under investigation by Red Bull because of this. There's been reports that there's more WhatsApps been leaked, and there's also reports that Jos Verstappen will not be attending this weekend's Saudi Arabian Grand Prix due to his protest with Christian Horner. And Red Bull are not looking good right now. There's a lot of reports going around. I hope they get this resolved quickly, because this has been taking ages. It's launched earlier right at the start of the year, and they still haven't even sorted this out yet. And we're in March already now. I mean, wow, what a crazy time. So yeah, this is certainly a very interesting scenario that we'll keep you updated with. But obviously, Verstappen leads the World Championship because of that fastest lap, 26 points now as we go into the next race, which is the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix at Jeddah. So the Jeddah Corniche circuit, very, very twisty and tight as well. There's also news as well, Formula 1 are also going to be apparently going to a new track in Saudi Arabia, apparently. Now, we're not sure when this is going to debut. According to reports, that it's going to be 20 stories high, the first corner. It's called the Speed Park track in Qiddiya City, which is actually where Six Flags Park is going to be built in the future. And according to this, I don't know when the track's going to be built. It is a future track. It's actually going to be near the neighbouring Six Flags Qiddiya. I'll be very interested to see how this gets on. There are reports that it could replace Miami, possibly. Yeah, I don't know, but let me know down in the comments, guys, what you think about this, because this track certainly looks very interesting and could well be a good track for F1. Let me know what you think. Moving on from Formula 1 now, obviously we know that the FIA presence is also under investigation as well, so more on that on the news there. Moving on now to some more news, which is NASCAR now. NASCAR took their second race of the season at Las Vegas the other week, and Kyle Larson was the victor of that one. Of course, Kyle Larson won the championship a couple of years ago in an almighty dominant 2021 season, despite still having some COVID restrictions in America. But yes, Larson won the Pennzoil 400 presented by Jiffy Lube. This is actually it's the third race, of the Cup Series season. My apologies, third race. Larson took the checkered flag first ahead of Tyler Reddick, Ryan Blaney, Ross Chastain, and Ty Gibbs, who completed the top 5 to the podium. Was Larson, Reddick and Blaney, Chastain, Gibbs. Noah Gregerson 6th place. Decent showing from him. Martin Truex Jr. 7th. Denny Hamlin 8th. Joe Logano 9th. William Byron 10th. And of course, Daniel Suarez, who won the Better Health 400, was 11th in that race. I just want to say, guys, about that race as well. That had one of the closest ever NASCAR finishes in the history of the Cup Series. I think it was only 3 milliseconds, 3 thousandths of a second, covering the top 3 drivers. That finish was absolutely incredible. One of the closest ever NASCAR finishes ever. But in terms of that, though, in terms of the championship, really, for the Cup Series, well, let's have a look at the standings for the 2024 NASCAR season, because this now means that with that win in Las Vegas, it now means Kyle Larson officially locks himself into the championship. Championship. He locks himself in to the chase as he wins. Obviously, if 16 drivers do win a race, it's done on points. So Larson will be in the chase, along with William Byron and Daniel Suarez at the moment. And then the rest of the standings, obviously, with Ryan Blaney, Martin Truex Jr., Ross Chastain, Kyle Busch, Ty Gibbs, Denny Hamlin, Austin Cindric, Tyler Reddick, Alex Bowman, Bubba Wallace, Eric Jones and John Hunter Nemechek. All are in that top 16 at the moment. But of course, the rest of them drivers haven't won a race. So Larson's on 118. Byron's on 103. Suarez is on 90. And the highest driver with points at the moment is Ryan Blaney, who is in 4th position in the standings. In terms of NASCAR, they are racing again this weekend for the United Rentals Work United 500. That will be taking place at the Phoenix Raceway, I think in Arizona, I'm pretty sure. Yes, Phoenix Raceway is in Arizona. That's the 4th round of the Cup Series season as well. Before then heading back there on the 10th of November for the final race this season. So this is going to be part of that as well. And then, of course, the race after the United Rental Work is the Food City Dirt Race, taking place at Bristol Motor Speedway on the 17th of March, a couple of days after my 21st birthday. So, yeah, can't wait for that one as well. In terms of the Xfinity Series as well, they raced at Las Vegas. John Hunter Nemechek claimed the win in that one ahead of Cole Custer. Chandler Smith in 3rd there. Austin Hill 4th. Riley Herbert is there in 5th. Obviously, John Hunter Nemechek doesn't get any points because he's not an eligible driver. Some drivers do complete part-time in the Cup Xfinity Series and the Truck Series as well. In the Craftsman's Truck Series, it was Rajan Karath who took the win in that one. So that is all of the latest news there from the Truck Series and the Cup Series there. And also just a quick update as well. I'm going to quickly do the World Endurance Championship as well, because they did race in Qatar as well. I just want to say there was unlucky luck for Peugeot, who unfortunately lost the race, or lost a podium after a mechanical failure right at the end of the race. They were actually disqualified from the Qatar World Endurance Championship. The 93 Peugeot 9XA, it was disqualified after stopping on track with a loss of power. That was the car that John-Eric Vergne, Nico Müller and Mika Jensen were driving in that race. That car has officially been disqualified from the standings. But in terms of the race in Qatar, which was the 1,812 kilometre race, it was a season opener. It was won by the Porsche Penske team in the end as well. The Porsche Penske team took the win in that race. So, yeah, big win for Porsche in that race. The next round is going to be the 19th of April. That will be in Imola for the 6 hours of Imola. So if you've followed the World Endurance Championship, that's where the next race will be, the 6 hours of Imola. And also as well, it will mark this season as well. Obviously in the World Endurance Championship, there is also the Le Mans 24 hours that takes place as well during the summer. So that's another race, and that is all for this Motorsport Roundup for today, the 5th of March. Thank you so much for watching. We'll do it all again next week. Thank you for watching. Take care, and goodbye.